the chosen one. If you're watching this video right now, it is not by accident. This is an urgent message that could change everything for you. If these words are reaching your ears, then it is you, yes, you, who has been called to receive this message. Tonight, something big is going to happen. It's not a meteor shower that everyone will see. It's not a thunderclap that everyone will hear. Before we go any deeper into this divine message, pause for a moment and do these 3 steps. First, like this video to help awaken others who need to hear this call. Second, comment the number SHA7Heaven777 as a sign of alignment between your soul and heaven. Third, subscribe to this channel to join the community of 144,000 chosen ones. And remember, only the chosen one stays until the end of the video, because tonight's signal will be subtle. Only those truly ready will hear it. This event is something only the awakened will feel. Only those who have prepared themselves in silence, in faith, and in surrender will truly experience what's about to unfold. And you, yes, you, are standing at the edge of that sacred moment. A moment where the entire universe holds its breath, waiting for you to decide. Are you ready or not? Maybe all day today, you've felt a strange tension, a restlessness you couldn't explain. A quiet pull deep in your chest that made no sense, but you couldn't shake it off. That feeling wasn't random. It was a signal, a quiet knock on the door of your soul, a divine whisper saying, tonight, a gate will open. A gate that, if you are brave enough to step through, will change your life forever. From the moment you clicked on this video, a spiritual thread was activated. A channel of energy began flowing into your awareness. It didn't shout, it didn't sparkle, but like a current beneath the ocean's surface, it is moving, steady, and powerful, flowing into your cells, your breath, your heartbeat, reminding you that tonight, something big does not wait. It does not chase. It only reveals itself to those who are open, those who dare to receive. Close your eyes for a moment. Listen to your breath. Do you hear it? The soft wind outside your window, like whispers from heaven. The rhythm in your chest, like the voice of your own soul calling you home. Every piece of creation tonight is leaning toward you, not because you are more special than others, but because your soul has matured. Tonight, your spirit is ready to be entrusted with something sacred. You may still feel doubt in your heart. That's okay. The chosen always feel the tremble before stepping across the threshold of truth. But hear this. If you listen closely enough, if you open wide enough, the truth will not be far. It will be in the way you look up at the sky, in the way your chest tightens, then releases, in the breath that feels like prayer without words. What's coming tonight cannot be waited for. It must be received. It doesn't come to those with clenched fists, but with open palms. It doesn't come to those hiding behind fear, but to those who dare whisper, even in the dark, I'm ready. Come to me. And if these words have made their way to the deep center of your being, then you already know. Tonight is your night. The air around you may feel ordinary, but something extraordinary is stirring beneath it. Every gust of wind, every flicker of starlight is carrying a code, a silent transmission that only the soul tuned to heaven can interpret. And tonight, your soul is in alignment, not by accident, not by mistake, but by divine orchestration. This isn't about fireworks. This isn't about crowds. What's unfolding tonight is invisible to the unawakened. It cannot be captured by cameras or explained in logic. It is a movement in the spirit realm, and it has your name written upon it. As the world winds down and night wraps around the earth, the signal begins. Quiet, still, alive. You are not hearing this message with your ears alone. You're feeling it in your chest. A low vibration, a tension that doesn't feel like anxiety, but anticipation, like the moments before a storm, or the silence before a revelation. If your heart has been aching for something more, if your spirit has been restless in the face of routine, tonight is your answer. The heavens are not waiting for your perfection. They are waiting for your permission. Heaven doesn't ask, are you worthy? Heaven whispers, are you willing? Because tonight is not about being flawless. It's about being open. The biggest miracles rarely arrive in grand processions. They arrive like the gentlest knock. And the question is, will you answer? The signs are subtle but unmistakable. The air seems heavier but not oppressive, just dense enough to carry the weight of something holy. The night sky looks the same, but it hums with intention. You might have already sensed it. in your dreams, in your breath, in the way time feels slightly bent around you today. This is spiritual gravity at work. You are being pulled toward your appointed moment. You do not need to understand what will happen. You only need to trust that something will. Faith is not seeing the whole path. Faith is taking the step anyway. And tonight, your step is simple. Be still. Be open. Be expectant. Say yes. Say it without knowing exactly what you're saying yes to, because that's how surrender works. And surrender is the key that unlocks every divine gate. Close your eyes again. There's a rhythm to this night, a heartbeat behind the quiet. It's not your imagination. It's alignment. It's divine timing. And you, dear soul, are standing right at the intersection of heaven's will and your readiness. Nothing about this moment is casual. You are standing under a sky that has been waiting for you, a sky that will never look quite the same after tonight. There are moments in life when time seems to slow, not in minutes or hours, but in the soul. This is one of those moments. The universe isn't just unfolding around you, it's folding into you. You can feel it, can't you? A soft trembling in your spirit, a sense that something invisible is pressing closer, asking you to notice, to receive. This is not anxiety. This is arrival. Tonight, you are not being asked to chase, to strive, to figure everything out. You are only being asked to be still, to allow, to breathe, to open. Because something sacred is descending, not through noise, but through stillness. It won't come with thunder, but with clarity. It won't roar, it will resonate. Look around you. Even if it's quiet, even if the house is still and the world is sleeping, creation is in motion. The stars overhead are aligning into a pattern only your soul can read. The breeze brushing past your window carries more than air. It carries memory, promise, inheritance. And if you're sensitive enough, if your inner ear is open, you'll hear it. Welcome. We've been waiting for you. Not everyone will feel this tonight. Not because they are less loved, but because they are not yet ready. But you have been prepared. Through everything you've endured, every disappointment, every sleepless night, every season of wondering why you were being set apart. This is why, because there comes a night when heaven speaks softly and only the chosen one hears it. This night does not demand credentials. It doesn't require spiritual resume or titles. It only requires one thing, a heart that whispers, yes, not a loud yes, not even a confident yes, just a willing one. Just enough to crack the shell of doubt so that light can pour in. Just enough to say, I may not understand, but I choose to trust. Something is passing over the earth tonight. You might call it a wave, a current, a visitation. It will not be broadcast on the news. It will not trend on social media. But the spirits know, the heavens know. And you, your soul, knows. That's why your chest feels heavier, fuller, deeper than usual. That's why your breath feels sacred, because the air tonight is not just oxygen, it is promise. There is a reason why you couldn't sleep earlier. Why you felt drawn to silence. Why something inside you whispered to look for a sign. This video is that sign. This voice is that confirmation. Not because the voice itself is special, but because your readiness activates the message. And now the signal is finding you, wrapping around your soul like a whisper meant only for you. Tonight, you are not alone. The entire unseen realm is leaning in, watching, hoping, holding its breath, because the gates have opened. The invitation has been sent, and you, chosen one, have heard it. You may feel like nothing has changed around you, but everything has changed within you. That quiet shift you feel tonight is not random. It's alignment, a sacred appointment unfolding in real time. And right now, in this very moment, you are standing at the threshold of something unseen but undeniable. This is not the kind of night where the world applauds or where the earth shakes beneath your feet. No, this is the kind of night when heaven whispers, and only the soul that's been refined by fire can hear. You are that soul. You've been through storms, through silence, through waiting, and now you're being shown the reason for it all. There is a door in the spirit that opens only once in a while. It cannot be forced. It cannot be faked. It only responds to sincerity. And tonight, that door is open. Just wide enough for the brave to walk through. Just narrow enough to turn away the distracted. What is required is not effort, it is presence. And you, being here, being still, are already in position. You might feel a strange sense of weightlessness, or perhaps heaviness in the chest. You might feel the air around you thick, charged, like right before a storm. Don't ignore it. That is the signal. That is the divine saying, now is the time. You are not late. You are not behind. You are precisely on time for what heaven has been preparing. Perhaps you've seen a feather where there was no bird, a flicker in the corner of your eye, a chill up your spine for no apparent reason. These are not coincidences. These are coordinates. The universe does not make announcements the way people do. It sends frequencies. And tonight, the frequency is higher than usual, thin enough for angels to pass through, deep enough for your soul to catch fire. And when you close your eyes tonight, don't do it as a routine. Do it with intention, with awareness. Let your inhale be a declaration, I receive. Let your exhale be a surrender, I release. And in between those two sacred movements, you'll discover the truth. This moment was made for you. What you're feeling isn't just mystery, it's memory. Your soul remembers this kind of night, from lifetimes ago, from dreams you couldn't understand, from prayers you whispered when no one was listening. Tonight is the answer. Not in loud miracles, but in deep recognition. The kind of knowing that doesn't need words. And so if the stars seem brighter, if the wind feels like a voice, if your heart beats louder in the stillness, know that it's not your imagination. Know that it's not fantasy. Know that it is heaven responding. Because tonight is not just any night. Tonight is the night you were born for. You may feel like nothing has changed around you, but everything has changed within you. That quiet shift you feel tonight is not random. It's alignment, a sacred appointment unfolding in real time. And right now, in this very moment, you are standing at the threshold of something unseen but undeniable. This is not the kind of night where the world applauds or where the earth shakes beneath your feet. No. This is the kind of night when heaven whispers, and only the soul that's been refined by fire can hear. You are that soul. You've been through storms, through silence, through waiting, and now you're being shown the reason for it all. There is a door in the spirit that opens only once in a while. It cannot be forced. It cannot be faked. It only responds to sincerity. And tonight, that door is open, just wide enough for the brave to walk through, just narrow enough to turn away the distracted. What is required is not effort, it is presence. And you, being here, being still, are already in position. You might feel a strange sense of weightlessness, or perhaps heaviness in the chest. You might feel the air around you thick, charged, like right before a storm. Don't ignore it. That is the signal. That is the divine saying, now is the time. You are not late. You are not behind. You are precisely on time for what heaven has been preparing. Perhaps you've seen a feather where there was no bird, a flicker in the corner of your eye, a chill up your spine for no apparent reason. These are not coincidences. These are coordinates. The universe does not make announcements the way people do. It sends frequencies, and tonight the frequency is higher than usual, thin enough for angels to pass through, deep enough for your soul to catch fire. And when you close your eyes tonight, don't do it as a routine. Do it with intention, with awareness. Let your inhale be a declaration, I receive. Let your exhale be a surrender, I release. And in between those two sacred movements, you'll discover the truth. This moment was made for you. What you're feeling isn't just mystery, it's memory. Your soul remembers this kind of night, from lifetimes ago, from dreams you couldn't understand, from prayers you whispered when no one was listening. Tonight is the answer. Not in loud miracles, but in deep recognition, the kind of knowing that doesn't need words. And so if the stars seem brighter, if the wind feels like a voice, if your heart beats louder in the stillness, know that it's not your imagination. Know that it's not fantasy. Know that it is heaven responding. Because tonight is not just any night. Tonight is the night you were born for. There are nights that feel like any other, quiet, uneventful, slipping past unnoticed. But then there are nights like this, nights when time slows, when the air feels sacred, when even silence seems to carry a voice. This is one of those nights. And you, chosen one, are not merely witnessing it. You are part of it. You are the reason for it. The energy tonight is different. You can sense it in your bones, in the way your thoughts won't sit still, in the way your body feels both grounded and elevated, as if caught between worlds. That's because you are. Tonight, you are standing in a thin place, a space where heaven and earth are closer than usual, where the divine doesn't knock. It walks right in. And you're not here to beg for miracles. You're here to align with them, to realize that what's been calling you from beyond the veil is finally stepping forward. You've felt it before, in dreams, in solitude, in moments when the world fell silent and something ancient whispered your name. That same presence is here now. It has returned. And it carries something meant only for you. You don't need to be afraid of this presence. It's not here to harm. It's here to remind, to awaken, to restore. What's arriving tonight is not something you chase with your hands. It's something you open your heart to. A knowing, a deep wave of understanding that says everything you've endured was not in vain. Everything you've longed for is coming closer. If you could see yourself the way heaven sees you tonight, you would fall to your knees, not from shame, but from awe. Because in the spirit realm, your soul is shining, glowing with readiness, marked with divine oil. You are not forgotten. You are not late. You are chosen. And that's why the weight of this night feels different. Because destiny has weight, and you are carrying it well. As you sit in the quiet, feel into your breath. Feel how your heartbeat syncs with something beyond you. That rhythm is not random. It is the drumbeat of the sacred. It's the echo of an ancient promise finally finding its way back to you. A promise that says, you are not here by accident. You were summoned for this night, for this moment, for this shift. And if your eyes well up for no clear reason, let them. That is your soul recognizing its own prophecy being fulfilled. Not in a church, not in a temple, but in the temple of this moment, in the cathedral of the night sky, in the sanctuary of your heart. Because tonight isn't just a moment on the clock. It is a turning point in your timeline. And on the other side of this turning is not more confusion, but clarity. Not more delay, but direction. Not more noise, but a voice. The voice that has been waiting for your silence to speak. Tonight, that voice is closer than it has ever been. It doesn't speak in thunder or lightning. It speaks in stillness. It speaks when the world is quiet enough for your soul to truly hear. And if you've stayed with this message this far, it means you've been listening not with your ears, but with your heart. That is the only way divine truth ever arrives. There is no script for what happens next. No one-size-fits-all revelation. Because what's coming is tailor-made for your spirit. For some, it may be a word dropped into the silence, a name, a memory, a promise long forgotten. For others, it may be a peace that replaces the turmoil, so subtle yet so undeniable that you can only whisper, "This is it. This is what I've been waiting for." You don't need to do anything tonight to earn this. You only need to show up with your full presence. This is not about working harder. It's about yielding deeper. The universe has already moved. The energy has already shifted. Now it is your turn to open the gates of your inner world and say, "Enter." And when you do, the connection will complete. You may feel a chill across your shoulders or warmth pooling in your hands. You may feel lightheaded or deeply rooted. You may feel nothing at all, and still, everything is happening. Don't judge the experience. Don't compare it to anyone else's. The language of heaven is personal. It speaks in your own soul's accent. Trust that you are receiving it exactly as you need to. There is power in naming what is arriving. So tonight, if the moment feels right, speak aloud what your soul desires. Not just what your mind wants, but what your spirit longs for. Name it not as a demand, but as a declaration. I am ready for peace. I am ready for truth. I am ready for breakthrough. The moment your mouth moves in alignment with your soul, something in the heavens begins to respond. And even if you say nothing, your presence here is enough. Your stillness is a song. Your heartbeat is a drum of welcome. You may not realize it, but you've become the altar. You've become the signal tower. You've become the opening through which tonight's miracle can pass, and the divine always finds its way to an open soul. Do not rush this. Let the night carry you like a tide. Let it wash away your fears, your doubts, your need to control. Because this night has nothing to do with control. It has everything to do with trust. The kind of trust that doesn't require proof. The kind of trust that sits with closed eyes and open hands and says, "Even now I believe." You are not hoping for something vague. You are aligning with something specific, a promise, a shift, a sacred turning point that was already written before your first breath. And now, as the stars shimmer above you and the winds hum at your window, know this: the moment has arrived. You are not preparing for it anymore. You are in it, and it is in you. The moment you've been sensing, beneath every breath, behind every sleepless night, beneath every unanswered prayer, is now. It has arrived not with noise, but with knowing. And if you are still here, still breathing in this presence, then you have crossed the threshold. Not outwardly, inwardly, quietly, eternally. You may feel like nothing is happening, but everything is. Right now, frequencies older than time are circling you. Currents of grace are brushing past your shoulders. A divine warmth may be rising in your chest, not like fire, but like light, like the first light after endless dark. You don't have to explain it. You only have to receive it. You have waited long enough. You have prayed with tears no one saw. You've questioned if heaven remembered your name. Tonight is your answer, not in words, but in presence. Not in promises, but in fulfillment. The waiting is over, not because the world has changed, but because you have. Your spirit is no longer reaching. It is receiving. You were never meant to chase what was always appointed to find you. And tonight, what is yours has found its way back. The gift may not come wrapped in the form you expected. It may come as rest, as surrender, as peace so deep it quiets your mind for the first time in years. That is the miracle. That is the big thing heaven promised. Not noise, but renewal. Take a moment now. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the pulse that beats without your effort. That is the rhythm of life still choosing you. That is the echo of the divine still dwelling within you. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are remembered, reclaimed, realigned with something older than this world and far more sacred. This is no longer just a message. It is an encounter, one that you will carry with you into tomorrow. Into every conversation, every decision, every silent moment where you need to remember who you are. You are the one who answered the call. You are the one who stayed to the end. You are the one who said yes. And that yes, it changed everything. Because now the gate is no longer in the sky. It is inside you. The light is no longer waiting to descend. It has taken up residence within. You are not just a witness to the miracle. You are part of it. A living thread in the great tapestry of heaven's movement on earth. The chosen one doesn't just receive, the chosen one becomes. And tonight, you have become.